So we're here in Reykjavik, Iceland for the Paradox Interactive Convention, and we were sort of curious as to why did they choose this spot for the convention this year. And the boring answer would be that this is somewhere in between America and Europe, and it's not that far to travel for anyone. But the fun answer would be that there's an expansion coming out for Crusader Kings II that sort of has a little bit of a Viking undertone to it.
Yeah, that's actually the most true answer, in my opinion. Yeah, we're making Old Gods, a new expansion for Crusader Kings, which will be released sometime in May, I think, which is very, very focused on Vikings and the pagans.
So you've been bringing out quite a few expansions to Crusader Kings in a very short time span, but this is sort of like the biggest one of them all. Can you explain a little bit the scope of this one as compared to other expansions that you've done in the past?
This one, we could describe it as similar in scope to expansions like Divine Wind, For the Motherland, House Divided for games like Europe Universalis and Victoria and Hearts of Iron. But it's very, very big because it's the first time in Crusader Kings we make new scenario, new starting point. We're adding 200 extra years of gameplay besides adding all these cool pagan mechanics and Viking pictures and people getting sacrificed and all those cool stuff.
So what's the specific appeal, in your opinion, to sort of taking control of a pagan sort of tribe or what the Vikings in Crusader Kings II?
Oh, you can. There's so much appeals. You can stop the spread of Christianity. You can defend the one true faith, or you can plunder, pillage. You don't just conquer for land. You can go on raiding missions and land in England and gather home the women and gold.
Only the good stuff, right? You don't have to manage any land, you don't have to take care of anything, just the women and the gold.
Well, you have to manage your land at home, but you don't just bring home the good stuff from overseas.
But this is not just Viking focus. What else is there? Because I suppose I've heard that you started with the sort of let's add Vikings, and then you sort of expanded on that a little bit. What's there else besides the Vikings?
We have the Zoroastrians. For those who doesn't know, that's the religion that was common in Persia before the Muslims took over. It's kind of like, a quick description is fire worship and duality gods. There's good versus evil. Ahura Mazda or whatever is the god there, and that's completely different. And there's still like a holdouts of Zoroastrians in Persia at this time, and you can try to like revive their religion. Of course, there's other pagans like the Finnish pagan tribes, and I can't pronounce the name of their religion. I can't even pronounce a normal Finnish name. So you also have the movement of the Magyars, who are pagan and come in then, and you also have the possibility of playing pagan Mongols that worship Tengri something, and there's Slavic pagans. The world is a different place in 867.
Why did you choose that specific start point, and what's significant about it?
The Great Heathen Army. It's kind of like similar to a 1066 start with the Great Heathen Army trying to attack and conquer England.
What kind of player do you think this appeals to? Players who have played Crusader Kings before. What kind of style does it adhere to, and sort of, is there something for everyone in this?
It's always something for everyone. It caters to those who want a slightly new experience, not just playing pagans, but it could be fun for those who wants to play the successor state of Charlemagne's empire in the west and try to defend against a super strong Abbas whatever sultanate or caliphate or whatever that was really strong in the south and constantly have Viking raids from the north. The Christians are very much in the weakest position ever. So that's a huge challenge for those players.
And then you'll get to see what happens a couple of 100 years later if you actually arrive at that point where Crusader Kings II started, or if it's a completely different world.
Yeah, the world will be very much different. It's gonna be really fun for the players to experience this.
Right. And you mentioned a May release date. Where are you trying it right now in the office and playing around with these scenarios?
Yeah, there are plenty of the features are implemented, but I've not personally playtested it because I'm waiting for the new technology system to be finished.
Can you tell us something about that, or is that still under wraps, the technology system?
I'm gonna tell you, and the dev team will be angry at me for spoiling it, but we're revising technology so you actually get to interact with it.
Exciting times, but I'm sure you're going to reveal more about that at a later date.
Yeah, the dev team will be doing regular development diaries and other information until release.
Right. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you.